Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm JohnAvanti, and I'm sitting in my 2016 Toyota Tacoma, and it currently has 191,391 miles on it, and I have a check engine light. So I went to one of these box stores that sell auto parts, and they kindly scanned my car for free. And they said that I have low voltage. So this is what the check engine light looks like. So there it is. It's that like triangular symbol. That's the check engine light. Originally I thought it was the I had a flat tire, but that's not the tire light. You know, the tire pressure monitor system. So I went to my mechanic, and he put the thing on a scanner, and it came back as low voltage. I also disconnected the battery, waited like 10 minutes, connected the battery, and yes, it came back. The check engine light came back on. We scanned it again, and it came back as low voltage. The problem is that we're thinking that it's the alternator. So what we're gonna do is later on, we're gonna replace the alternator. Hopefully the check engine light goes out. But what I did is I went online and I looked around for alternators, and those fucking things are like 500 bucks, $395. I mean, they're expensive. I saw one, it was like $295, rebuilt, remanufactured. It's probably good, you know, but then I started looking on the used alternators, and I found one from a company, and it was $79 shipped, and it came out of a 2020 Toyota Tacoma, you know, same engine, same everything, with only 40,000 miles. So I figured, you know what, for $79 shipped, I'm just gonna buy it. And then the other thing I did is I bought the warranty that was applied to the alternator. So it's a 1-year warranty, parts and labor for 20 bucks. So I figured, you know what, for parts and labor, just the labor alone is worth the $20, even if I had to go out and buy a new alternator, because they're gonna give me my $79 back. So that's why I decided to get a $79 alternator, free shipping, and the $19.99 warranty from Allstate, all on eBay. And I think that's a pretty good deal. I think it's better than spending $400, and I gotta pay the guy to put the alternator in. So out the door, hopefully, you know, he's not going to charge me too much. My mechanic, Paul, you'll see him later on. And the other thing we're going to change is we're going to change the belt tensioner and one of the pulleys on the bottom, and then all the pulleys and belt tensioner will be done, and hopefully the car's going to run sweet. It's running good now. You know, it is what it is. It's 191,000 miles. It's 2016, and the engine's got miles on it. We're also going to change the oil. So let's go to the mechanic, and let's get this this job done, and see if the check engine light goes out. Okay guys, so let's take a look at all the parts I have that we're gonna do this job. It shouldn't take too long. It'll probably take them an hour. So let's just take a look at all the components we're gonna install in this truck, and to make it run better and give it just more life and more fun. It'll be more fun to drive, I guess. So starting out, here's the oil. So this is a quart of oil I had from the past, from my old truck, changing the oil. And I bought another Quaker State. So this is gonna be 5 quarts or 6 quarts that go into the truck, because it's a 6-cylinder, takes about 6 quarts. And this is a filter that I got, and it's a paper filter that comes in this truck, because basically this engine was taken out of the Lexus lineup. So this is basically a Lexus engine that they retuned to a 278, and I don't know why they did that. The original 3.5 liter engine like this that's in my Lexus GS 350 2013 is 300 and something horsepower with a 6-speed transmission. So in this truck they detuned it and put that same 6-speed transmission and probably re-geared it, which probably would have made sense, is to keep it at 300 horsepower, and put in a better transmission, like an 8-speed transmission, which would have made this truck like unbeatable. You know, no one would have been able to beat this truck. GM, Ford, or Nissan, or anybody with a mid-size pickup truck like this. So let's move along. So here's the alternator I got from eBay. This is a junkyard alternator. I mean, you know, it says right here, Toyota, Denso. I don't know what the tag says. 2016 Tacoma. Oh, so it came out of a 2016. Okay, but it had only 40,000 miles. That's what it said on the ad. So I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully I don't get screwed by them. But it came in a box. Actually came from, this is the company, Pam's Auto Parts Guaranteed. You know, you could go to their website, I guess, and buy shit. But I bought it off of eBay. If you go to their website, they probably make more money on it. Where eBay, they got to pay eBay. So let's keep going. So here's the bottom belt tensioner. That I couldn't do this. I did the other two on the top, but I couldn't get this one out. And here's the actual belt tensioner. And I'm gonna replace that because, I mean, these two components, they seem like they're working, but you know, they have almost 200,000 miles on them. And this came out of a Gates kit. I bought this kit. It came with the belt, these two components, two more pulleys, not exactly like this, and a belt, and that was like $260, but it transformed the whole truck into a much better running truck. So these are the parts we're gonna do today. You know, here's the oil. You know, so I'm just buying whatever's the cheapest oil. It's synthetic. You know, I only change the oil. I change the oil like every 5,000 miles. So I don't do those 10,000 mile oil changes. You know, you should never even do a 10,000 mile oil change. So any oil you buy that you're gonna change the oil up to at least 5,000 miles, you're gonna be good. You don't gotta spend extra money on oil, like, you know, expensive oil. You could just get away with like Quake Estate, STP, because this Quake Estate was like 22 bucks and the other cheaper oil is almost the same price as that. So I decided, let me buy that. It's got the Dextrose, all the numbers match up, it's all the same crap. You know, this filter, you know, people have say good things and bad things about Frams. The only thing I don't like about this paper filter is when I had my 2008 Tacoma, I was able to put a bigger filter in because it was a spin-on. So you're stuck with a small filter like that. You know, they should put bigger filters in. This way the cars can take more oil. The more oil, the cooler it runs. The better the oil, the less sludge you'll possibly get, and the longer your truck is gonna run. So let's take a quick sweep. You know, let's look around here. You know, everything looks good. I mean, look at the copper. I mean, you know, I don't know if you can see the copper, if it'll burned up, but I mean, the aluminum here doesn't look too bad. You know, it's spinning freely. I don't hear any grinding or anything like that. You know, but like I said, it has a 1 year from eBay parts and labor on this alternator, so I think I should be okay. So we're gonna complete this video at the mechanic, and he's gonna put it in. And we're gonna, you know, do a little video about that and see how it goes. Him putting it in, he's gonna do it right away. So let's get to the mechanic and let him put all this stuff in. All right, guys. So we're at the mechanic, and the first thing we got to do is take the serpentine belt off, and then it's fun from there on. So there's the belt tensioner. Right there, that's that shiny thing. So we're gonna take that out. And here's the alternator right here, and below it is the AC compressor. Okay, so there's a screw in the back of the alternator, and there's two in the front. So the one in the back is a little more difficult than to get the two in the front. guy's a real fucking asshole. Damn. What a fucking bad design. It's not going through? Oh, here's the old alternator, 192,000 miles. And, you know, this is all the metal, this is just metal plates, but that's the copper. And it's very dirty. You can see like over here, it's rusted out. You know, these alternators don't last forever, that's for sure. I mean, the pulley's still pulling, spinning freely. Oh. And here's the new one. I mean, the copper looks more shiny, and the bolts back there are not as rusty. So, you know, this is a 42,000 mile alternator. You know, so you could get 200,000 miles out of them. And here it is again. So the alternator's in, we're just going to put it all back together and move on. You know, it was well worth it. So I'm glad I only paid $105 for that alternator with a warranty, than spending $400 or $500. I mean, that's just nuts for these alternators. And I have the old one. And I have the old belt tension, and that thing still seems like it's working pretty well. So like, we know the alternator was working, but the problem is if you have an alternator that's giving you problems, or like it says low voltage, what'll happen is you'll be driving and the thing will just die on you, and you'll get stuck, and then you gotta get the car towed. And if you're somewhere far away, so you should never mess with an alternator. Make sure you change it. I don't know if there's any way you can maintenance them so they work and last a lot longer. The battery's brand new, it's from 2001, and what would happen is if the alternator went bad, it would run off the battery power. So once the battery went dead, that's it, the car just dies. So that's why an alternator is very important to change it out right away if you find any faults. But that alternator from Toyota lasted 200,000 miles, and it's nobody's fault that it went bad, not Toyota's. It's just the nature of the beast. Some alternators may last 300,000 miles. You never know. Some alternators go sooner. You never know. But it was a pain in the neck to get it out. But I think, you know, once he got this one out, the next one, it'll be a lot easier. And I'm sure at the Toyota dealerships, they have the easy way of doing it. And this job at Toyota would have probably cost $800. Probably would have been like $500 just for the alternator. And then shop fees, and then the labor would have been like 4 hours at like $170 an hour. It could have cost $900 to change out the alternator. So what did it cost me? $105 for the alternator used on eBay with a 1-year warranty, that's good enough, and that covers parts and labor. And then my mechanic, you know, I can't say what he charged me, but believe me, it wasn't a lot. Okay, you know, so I'm happy. But this is JohnAvanti. Hope you liked the video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And I'm sorry about the footage. It was just so hard. There's no room, you couldn't see anything, but you get the idea on how to get it done, and the job was done. So take care.